Hello everyone, happy weekend. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, okay? This reading may be just a tad bit longer, okay? I just want to touch on every point here because we've got 4 trumps right out of the gate here. And again, it was a day where more cards needed to be pulled here, but I think I've got a strong idea of what's going on here, okay? We come in with the Empress, okay? Underneath her was the Hanging Man, okay? Now, I'm pretty sure we had the Empress yesterday, okay? We've got the 2 of Swords, the Justice card, the Strength card, the 10 of Coins, the Knight of Cups, and the 3 of Swords, okay? The card that I want to really camp out on first is that 10 of Coins, okay? Because I really feel with that card that somebody has, see how the 2 4s are on the outside? It's like a lane, right? Like you're in a lane there. And normally with a 9, right, or any number less than a 10, you're not going to have those 2 inside coins, okay? Which normally one will be open if it's a 9, right? Which means you've got one way out, right? You're not boxed in. In a 10, in this card, I feel that you've either locked yourself away, shut down, right? Emotionally, or really barricaded yourself, right? I just feel like you either feel like you're cut off, or you've done this, you've put yourself in this box on purpose, okay? I just feel there's a major detachment in here, okay? Like you've either put yourself in this spot where, you've just taken some time back, because I'm going to say that's the advice that I'm getting here very, very strongly, okay? Because you've got 3 3s coming in here, okay? I'm going to say this is not on a career front. I'm going to say this is on a personal front. And I'm going to camp out there on those 2 because I'm not going to say one-on-one relationships. I'm not going to say this or that because this is going to apply very differently for everyone. But I'm going to actually drop anchor that it's on the personal front. It's not a career issue, okay? I think that what's happened here is this actually is a relationship, either current or past residual that you're still dealing with. But, I'm going to say that 3 3s mean, you really need to take a step back here. And you need to look at things with, balanced elements here with your head and your heart here. This is one of those situations where you're really going to have to, think with your heart here. You're not going to analytically think your way through this, because I can't figure out if this is, you've got 4 trumps in here right out of the gate. So you either need to deal with something, face something, come to reality with something that's happened in the past that you've not dealt with. If you're entering into a relationship, right, and it's kicking up some dirt from the past, you're really being asked here to pull yourself out of this equation just for this, I'm doing a read for this weekend, but this is not something that is going to be resolved in the weekend. But you're being asked to really pull yourself out of whatever this is. If it's ghosts from the past that are haunting you in a relationship you're trying to start, you want to address them because they're going to carry over here again, right? This is what we don't deal with in our singleness comes out in our relationships, right? But this can also be a relationship too, because 3 3s mean, that there's been excessive cheating, excessive flirting, you feel really disconnected, lack of commitment, basically, okay, if it's a current relationship. We can go that route first here because you're being asked if you've got the Hanging Man and the Empress here, okay? They're really cards about not rushing things that you're not ready for, right? Just again, with the natural order of things, you don't want to, if someone's coming at you and you're asking for time out to think about something, again, you can be on either end of this coin, right? Because if you look down at the bottom here, you've got that Knight of Cups there, and he's charging right towards that 10 of Coins, which I had to camp out on that, because that is just the card that is just really telling me that you're doing this on purpose. You've either cut yourself off from this person, or this person is coming at you and you've asked for time and they're not respecting your boundaries here. Okay, because that 3 of Swords on the outbound is telling me that you know, that you can't really, the damage with that card is done, right? It's just, you know, you're dealing with the residual now. What do you do with that, right? The damage of it is done in that, I mean, you know, we still feel it, but it's in our head, right? Like now we've felt it, you know, in our heart emotionally, but now we're trying to, it's in the head where it's haunting us, right? It hurts in the heart, it haunts in the head, right? We can kind of, we'll go with that. Because with the Empress, the Hanged Man, the Justice card, and the Strength card, they kind of, I'm going to read them all together because they're all pretty much showing you, boom, 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 boom. 4 times they're showing you that you need to pull back and do nothing right now, okay? You're looking for balance, but it's internal balance so that it shows up on the outside, okay? And it's balance between your emotions, okay? You know, this also comes in with learning how to relate to others without losing ourselves, right? Don't get lost in, how do you not get lost in relationships, right? That it's the melding of the two that you know, is the great part of a relationship. It's when they start suffocating you and you lose track of who you are, and you're not growing anymore, and you've just, you know, you've become the dead plant in the yard, right? There's no life force in there anymore. It's now turned from what was, you know, what got your heart going, what was passionate, to now, you know, it's just literally sucked the life right out of you, okay? Because we've got the 5th house lit up here. That's Leo, okay? That's the house of pleasure, all right? We've also got Libra and Virgo lit up in here, okay? That's the house of relationships. And it's the house of healing. And by that, I mean things that are off balance need to be recalibrated in Virgo, right? They're things that they're hurts from the past. They're how we've grown up. They're relationships that we're in. Because the house of Libra, I'm telling you right now, the relationships that you're in are the ones that, you know, you end up where you realize one day, holy crap, I really married one of my parents, right? The parents that fought, the parents that weren't nice to each other, I'm never going to do that, the what we run from catches us in the house of Libra. And it's that stark realization that, holy crap, we've married one of our parents. Even though that's what we tried to run from, we ended up there in that exam situation, right? So that's where Virgo comes in, and it's like, you know what, we need to recalibrate this. I need to learn how to, because you can only do you, right? Even though this is a relationship issue, what's affecting you is you, right? And you're only responsible for that part. So what you're being asked to really do here is trying to find that balance from within, and you will. And the Justice card, that's what you're looking for, okay? That's internal need for balance here. Okay, that card is very much like the 2 of Swords, because the 2 of Swords is inner peace, right? You're trying to find inner peace here. And her eyes aren't blindfolded in the normal deck, that Rider-Waite deck or whatever that is. It's the woman that's blindfolded there. She's not blindfolded because she's choosing to not look at something. She's blindfolded because your answers are coming from within. When you take the time out to take a step back, you know, your spirituality kicks in, your intuition, whatever, your divine connection, whatever you want to call it, those answers come from within. So she's not closing her eyes to a situation. She knows her answers are from within. So just, you know, take that for that. That's I'm going to leave you with that's mine. Every reader can read that different, but I've never ever found that card to be someone choosing to not believe something, especially when you've got the 3 of Swords in here, which means now, you know, we've got to deal with this because the past issue is over, right? But the residual is still here. And that can follow us in relationship after relationship after relationship. So, but what I think is happening here is you're really being asked to pull yourself out of the equation. Just disconnect for this weekend. Really find some time to yourself, because the answers that you're looking for are from within. Okay. This is also, pull the Justice and the Empress card together here, and they're telling you that, you need to have faith in the divine, okay? And this is about maintaining our health too, okay? Physically, mentally, emotionally, that's where we hear our intuition. That's where we're clear. We have clear thinking. We're not stuck in our emotions, right? Because what you don't want to do here, right, it's really just understanding and appreciating the laws of nature, the organic timing of things. You can't push things before they're ready, right? And I feel that someone is coming at you and they're pushing. And again, with this many threes, it's like it's not going to come together right now, So whatever side of the fence you're on, if you're the, the emotional person that's just now, charging at that 10 of coins, that 10 of coins is someone's in there. Someone's in that 10 of coins, and they're hiding in there. They're hiding. They're taking a time out. They need to recalibrate. So whoever is charging at you here, right? It's bringing up stuff from the past, because what's hooked behind that horse is the 3 of Swords. So this is either a current relationship where someone is coming at you with stuff, or you've been in a past relationship, and this new relationship is bringing up some bodies in the basement, so to speak, right? You want to really deal with these things, okay? Okay. The Justice card too, right? We learn from that card that, to make discriminating choices, okay? What brings you joy? What brings you passion, right? Passion is prayer. That 5th house is honestly, guys, it's that, what is that lights you on fire, right? Passion is prayer, okay? It really is. It's your inner connection. It's everything comes from either passion, right? Which is love. It's the things that'll get you going, or fear, right? One of the two. So you've got that house lit up there, and that's not the house of, we've got the 5th house lit up, and we've got the house of Libra lit up here. I'm going to say this is a relationship that's really just gone askew here, askew. It's out of balance. Someone did something, maybe, and now they're trying to, whatever way, that 5th house, the 6th house and the 7th house, that's a shit fest in a relationship, right? That's something, there's no nice way to put that. Something has really gone awry here. There is no internal harmony. There's no external harmony. There is no harmony. And you've got someone here who really is codependent. I'm going to say that that's what the Knight of Cups is. It's someone who's just not giving you the space that you need right now. And that's not going to help. It's going to make things worse, because you're going to, what may have a chance in the future is dependent upon how you handle yourself now, right? And not getting, not doing something before you're ready, all right? Because these cards here are just telling me you're confused, right? Someone feels like a victim in here too, all right? And we have no victims, guys. We really don't, because we feel like that. But then we have to look at between the 2 and the 3 and the Justice card and the Strength card, right? And the Empress card. We've allowed this. So now how do we fix it? We pull ourselves out of the equation and we think about, things. Think about how we do things. Think about the conscious choices that we make, okay? I'm going to say here too, okay? Your conscious choices bring enlightenment. They really do. I think that you need to open your heart. You open your heart to you, right? Because when you block that off, you're not going to hear your intuition. So I'm not saying open your heart right now to someone that you want to, do harm to. I'm just saying, and I'm joking about that, I'm just saying you need to open your heart now to you. Open your heart to you. Be receptive to you, right? So that you can hear the messages that are coming into you, because I hear very loud and clear. You're going to get them. We just, we forget when we block other people out. That's why I'm camping in on that 10 of coins. You've locked yourself away, and I think that that's great. But lock yourself away from the external, not from hearing your own intuition, right? So open your heart to yourself right now, okay? There's clarity there, I promise you, okay? This reading, too, really does speak of key moments in time, okay? Personal choices. What is the heart of the matter? That's what's front and center to me right now. And it all sits in that 10 of coins. I don't know exactly. For all of you, it's going to be different. But in that 10 of coins, your answers are in there. You need to be in there by yourself right now, okay? So when you're in there, what does your heart tell you? What does your heart tell you? That's the question you need to ask yourself. And are you open to hearing what your heart has to tell you, okay? Are you trying to force something before it's ready, right? Do you need more grounding, right? Do you need to really, you can ground yourself with thinking from your heart too. It's just balancing, the swords there, right? They come from the heart, but then, we put them in the head. So you've got to balance those two, okay? And you've got to fix this yourself before you try to fix a relationship, right? Or if you even choose to, okay? But the heart of the matter in here is you, and you need to do you right now, okay? Whichever side of the coin you're on here. This is a time of personal growth for you. And this can be, like I said, this can be an old relationship that's got wounds coming up, right? Certain things trigger. This is why we don't jump from one relationship to the next, or even sometimes we don't do that. We think we've handled the demons from the past, right? We think we put them to rest, but then we get in a relationship and it can be even years later and oh my gosh, they come to the surface, right? It's like, what the hell is really going on here? I thought that I buried this long ago. With all these retrogrades, it's bringing up stuff that we thought we dealt with, but sometimes they come up, and guys, they're coming up to face them. Don't run from them. Don't lock yourself in. Like, don't use that 10 of coins as a I'm going to hide in here. Use it as, you know what, I'm taking some time out. I'm going to get out my stinking candle, and I'm going to sit in here, and I'm going to figure out what I need to do for me and what's really going on with me, okay? So this is a weekend about you. You as a single person, right? A single soul. You do you, and then, you go to the outside world and deal with what you need to out there. But you need your power and your force and your inner strength now to be with you. Okay? I apologize this was longer, but I feel this cluster at the top here of those 4, and I feel that someone really feels like they can't even breathe. So I have to do my part and bring this out. So there you have it. I hope that I gave you something that will help you work through this, okay? Thank you so much. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. Thank you so much.